Hi, Polly. Hi, Arlita. And I think my mom's on here watching. I think that's about it for right now. Give them a couple more minutes. It's only 1:01. We'll give them a couple more minutes. How's everybody doing today? Boy, is it that I can't get over how delayed that is between my phone and the Mac. All right, my crafty friends. I am Susan with Charlie's Wreath and Swag Boutique. Welcome to Petal Party 6. We are going to make a poinsettia wreath today. Kind of wanted to wait for a couple more to come on before I get started. Are you guys excited to make this wreath? I'm excited to make this poinsettia wreath. I'll be honest, I've never actually made one. I know how to make it, I just have never actually made one. So this should be fun and interesting. Anybody have any fun weekend plans coming up? I'm dog sitting. My neighbor's dog. 2 of them, actually. Okay, we're gonna give them 2 more minutes. 1:05. We're gonna get started. So we need a 10-inch wire frame. I already put my plastic canvas mesh on the inside. You're going to need some red mesh. You're going to need a little bit of green mesh for the leaves, if you want to put leaves on. If you do not want to put leaves on, hi Lori, good to see you. If you do not want to add leaves, you do not have to add leaves. It's perfectly gorgeous as just the flower that it is. But I am going to add some leaves on mine. And this is our petal. Kind of looks like mermaid fins to me. I'll be honest, I'm not even positive the exact name of that. Hey Cheryl, I'm glad you got to join us this time. That petal has many different names, but we're just going to call it the poinsettia petal today. And I used, instead of zip ties, we'll use zip ties to put the petals on the frame, but I used little rubber bands, little plastic. And that seemed to be a lot easier to seal those. All right, I am going to go ahead and turn the camera and we're going to get started. Bear with me a second here. Whoops! Oh yeah, it's going to be one of them days. Alright, can we see everything okay? I think so. Got a good view in there. And we're not zoomed in, super close. Kind of nice this time. Alright. So, we are going to get started first by everybody making sure that you have your plastic canvas mesh loaded on the inside of your 10-inch wire frame. We have 6 sections on this, and we have the crossbars. When we start to put our petals on, we're going to start on bar 2 at each of the crossbars. And then we're going to put one in between on the same bar. This frame might actually have a few more sections than some of the other ones. I think some of them only have 5. I think I have one that has 6. Okay, so first things first, let's make our petal. Okay, so we're going to start with our red 10 by 10. I'm using breeze mesh. It seemed to work great making the petal. I didn't have any problems with it at all. You can use poly burlap. You can use regular deco mesh. Anything you guys have on hand is going to work just fine. Okay, so what we have is curl side up, and we're going to start with our finished edges at the top and the bottom. Okay, we're going to take the bottom right corner up to the top left corner. And you don't have to, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to want to kind of line up your edges as best you can. Okay. And then what I do is I hold my fingers here. I'm not going to stretch on it really, but I'm going to find my center, and I'm just going to use my thumb and 2 fingers to gather all the way up to that point. And you'll see me move this a couple of times between hands. Okay. And that's the petal. And then what I do here is I put my left finger back in there, and I leave myself a gap of material here so that I can take my elastic and wrap that around. You don't need much sticking out there. Okay, now it looks weird, so all I do is I put it back down, play with the nub if you have to kind of maneuver the material so that when you lay it down, it looks just like it did when we first started, before we tied it off. Okay. I'm going to do another one here. Got our 10 by 10 curl side up. We have our finished edges at the top and the bottom. We're going to take the bottom right corner up to the top left corner, lining up your edges as best as you can. Does not have to be perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to hold my fingers at the point, and I'm just going to walk my fingers up the center. And you're just going to kind of fold them up. And then grab it, giving yourself a little excess room so that you can wrap your elastic on there. You don't have to go too many times, but you do want to make sure it stays on there. Okay, and then just lay your petal back down and just kind of spread it out until it gets back to the shape that it was first in. Okay, take another piece, bottom corner up to the top left. Okay, hold your fingers at the point and just walk up from the center to that point. And then you're just gonna kind of flip it up so that both of your points are facing the same way. And then I'm gonna put my finger right in there and grab hold of the material. And then we're just going to wrap it with an elastic. Lay it back down. And just kind of mess with it until you got your petal back to how it was to begin with. Okay? Any questions on this so far? Hi, Kim. Got Polly, Arlita, Cheryl, Kim. Lost somebody. Oh, you dog sit too sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I have my own dogs that I dog sit, but I don't usually go to people's houses. But she is storing all of my wreaths in dry cleaning bags in a cedar closet for me. So, plus she's a good friend. She's really nice, really kind. Okay, I'm going to make 2 more petals here before we start putting them on the frame. Okay, so we have finished edge, top and bottom. Take the bottom right corner up to the top left corner. Okay, put your fingers up on the point. I guess you do kind of pull back just a little bit, but not a major stretch. And then just walk them up the center to the point. Spin it around. So there's your petal. Okay. All right. Last one. Then we're going to go ahead and put them on the frame. We've got 40 petals to put on this frame. And I didn't start any of them, so. Okay, hold on to the point. Walk your fingers up the center. Okay. All you're doing is you're just bringing it together. And then I'm going to put my finger in there. Grab an elastic. Okay. And there we are. Remember, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, you could send me some stars to help me out. So we can keep this mesh flying and these petals petaling. I know that didn't make sense. All right. Grab some zip ties out here. A little pile of them. Okay, so my first zip tie is going to go right there at the crossbar on bar number 2. Oh. Okay. We're going to do the next one at the next crossbar on the same section, just every crossbar, same row, bar number 2. I'm not sure I'm going to worry about them if they pull. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that I have too many cross sections in my frame, but I could be wrong. Because I counted 40 petals to do this, and I don't know, something tells me I'm going to need some more. Okay, so now that's one on each of the crossbars. Just going to go through and snip these off. Okay, and now we're going to go back through, still on that second bar, but we're going to put one in between each one. Yeah, I think I'm used to having 5 crossbars on my 10-inch, so. Yeah, you know what? I am going to have to fix those. They're pulling oddly. Okay, put this one in here. Kim, I am using breeze mesh. You can use whatever mesh you have on hand or any mesh you prefer to use. And if you only have 5 sections on your frame, then you will only need 40 petals. All right, so there is technically row 1. Okay. Need to center my centered ones better. A little off center. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to go on crossbar number 3. So we're moving in 1 crossbar, and we're putting a petal in between each one of these nubs. So I'm going to put one here, 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 and so forth. I think it's just easier to get your zip ties on first. And you can just kind of zoom around with your petals. Got burns all over my left hand. I burnt my pointer finger on glue, hot glue last night from my new Ryobi hot glue gun. And this thing gets hot. Let me just tell you, it gets really hot. Hotter than any of my other ones. Yeah, I should have paid attention to that part. But it wouldn't be a Petal Party with ADHD chaos if I did, I guess. You guys come for the ADHD chaos, don't you? Be honest. Just kidding. I think I'm going to have to straighten them out, guys. You might want to straighten yours out too. I don't know. You know, you can't even really tell that much, so I'm just going to let it go. All right, now the next place. Is going to be right, I can show you here, basically right here in front of the most inner bar, but in the plastic mesh. So just inside there, you can see where I put this. And we're going to go in between again all of the other, all the ones that we just put on the second row. And if you have any laying funny, don't worry about it, because the rest are going to lay on top and keep them from laying wonky. And I definitely do not have enough mesh cut. Oh, lordy, lordy. Yeah, I can't count. This happens every time, I think. Every single time. You'd think I'd learn by now. But no. Oh, it is hot in my house, so I am going to pull my hair up. Okay, next one. Again, we're going right in between the previous two, just inside bar 4, but on the plastic mesh. Okay, everybody seeing how it's looking so far? And I hate to ask the same question all the time, where's everybody watching from? But if you are new here, like I know where Polly's at, I know where Kim is at. Cheryl, where are you from? And is everybody having the extreme heat like I'm having here in PA? Although it's supposed to be cooling off here starting today. Yeah, I'll believe that when it happens. I'm running out of petals. Two more. Fix this one that was coming out. Okay. Clip these all off. All right. We are getting there. So there is 3 or 4 rows on here now of petals, all going different directions and whatnot. Okay, so let's see. So I have 2 petals left, and we are going to need a lot more than that. So I got 1, 2, 3 down here left to make with you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to need 12 in this row, and I think we're even going to need another row. So I might need another 24 petals. But I'll finish it up short. We'll just get 1 more row done. And then I will finish it up short and then go back and fix it so that the live doesn't run completely over. Because I do want to show you what I'm doing for my center. I mean, I know I put it on the supply list about having like 5 or 6 little ornaments, because that is what I'm going to use. Three. Four. Five. All right, now you can rotary cut these. I did use a wood burner, but I am going to use my rotary cutter for these. So how many do I have? 5 or 6? I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 7 more. One, two, 3, 4. Six, 7, I think. 6. No. One more. My bad. All right, so if your frame only has the 5 sections in it, you will have plenty with the 40 petals. And you'll even be able to do not just this next row that I'm making petals for, but also the innermost row that I'm probably going to skip just for the sake of the live not going super, super long. Seven. Eight. Is it cooler there? No, it's really hot here. I mean, it's cooler than it's been, but it's still pretty hot. 88, yeah. Where are you from, Cheryl? Did I miss it? Oh, you got rain, Polly. Oh man, I'd trade rain. Getting a lot of fray for not wood burning. Well, that's what I get for not being more prepared. Yeah, I think that makes 9. That makes 10. Okay. I knew I had another one over here. It was hiding on me. I am not a fan of rotary cutting. I mean, unless you're seriously not going to see edges. But I don't have my glass down, so. All right, that makes 12 slightly messy petals. Sorry, I needed a drink. All right. Next one is going in between this row. Oh, go out just a little bit further. We're going to go just in front of the two that we're going in between, just in front of it. Oh, stupid zip ties in upside down. I do that more often than I'd like to. Some of these out of here. Yep, I am definitely one whole row short of this. Now I am going to cut more mesh and get this finished because I'll be uploading it later to YouTube. Should be two more. But I completely understand if you guys are not able to stay on because this is going to run over. And the last one for this row is going in now. All right, what do you guys think so far? Is it looking pretty, at least? Oh, thanks, Mom. My mom sent me stars. Seriously though, isn't this going to be a beautiful wreath? So here's what I am doing for my center. I have all of these, and they're going to go straight down here in the center, and they're going to sit sort of like this. But as you can clearly see, I need more petals in there to make that work. But this is what my center is going to be. I think just one more row of petals will suffice. But I make no guarantees on that. Like none. Because I'm not 100% sure. I don't even have another petal made yet, but if we go right in front of the other one, I think I'm gonna have to go in just a little bit further so that I only have to do one more row. All right, so here we go. I am going to finish cutting this roll that I have, and then I will probably have to get a new roll. So that's 2, and I am willing to bet that it is going to take another 12 petals. Maybe only 10, but I have a feeling it is going to take 12. So that's 3, 4. Put it in there for now. See how many are left on this. I'm only going to get 2 more cuts. Alright, so that makes 6. Forgive me, I need to step away and grab another roll. Which I'm very lucky to have. I don't know why I ordered a whole bunch of red breeze mesh, but I'm glad I did. Oh, that's pretty straight. It's straight enough anyway. Let's do a clean edge. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11, 12. All right, here we go again. Bottom corner to top corner. Hold the point, stretch slightly, gather it up to the point, bring it around, putting your petals together, and then wrap that nub. Okay, so there's 1. There's 2. Oh, you gotta love these ones that roll on themselves. You know what? Part of me doesn't even want to mess with that, so I'll just have to cut a couple more pieces. That's gonna be too frayed. Way too frayed. Three. 4 petals. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. I think that's 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. So we're gonna cut. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't want to use those curly pieces. 10, 11, 12. And hopefully the last one. All right, there's our 12 more. Okay, we're gonna put that in there. Now these nubs are going to be a lot closer to each other than on the previous rows. And you're going to laugh at me, but I still think I'm going to end up needing more petals. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Some of these are not easy to get to. The closer you get in here where they're really tight, they definitely get a little more difficult to get in there, that's for sure. Regardless, we're going to finish this up, and then I'm going to flip it over and we're going to put the leaves on. One, two, three more. And last but not least, now you're probably looking in there saying, how in God's green earth could you put another layer? Oh, I could, but I don't think I'm going to. What I think I might do instead, if I actually need to do it, I have some other colors, not colors, but I have some of these that are frosted that I could put in there if I need to. But we're just going to start by putting these in. Oh yeah, those are going to be too small. I don't even think that this is going to look right. Let me just try putting them all through one hole here. So that is the idea right there. But I think I might need to do like a foam round in there to lift it up a little bit. Or I'm going to have to put another row of petals. Because I think even with these, it might still not look good. No. I don't like it with those in there. Like either or, I think. So that's where I am putting the center, but like I said, I'm going to have to make another row of petals in here. Oh, pain overload, man. Pain overload. So what do you guys think? You guys want to stick around for this? Or should I end the live and just record the last bit of it? It's completely up to you guys what you think I should do. Thank you, Cheryl. Kim, I'm probably going to try. I'm not sure if it will sell, but I'm going to try. There's 6 people on here still. I can't believe I still have 6 people interested in watching. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting. I'm not going to do 12, obviously, because there's no way I'm going to fit 12 in there, so I think I'm going to do 6. Four. 5. And there's 6. We'll see if that gives us enough to build that out in there. There's 1. Bottom corner to top corner. Run your fingers up the center. Bring it around. Band it. Okay, bottom corner to top corner. Probably end up needing 8 instead of 6, but we're going to see what happens with 6. So I made a new petal. Some of you may have seen it. I shared a wreath, a yellow wreath with the petal to the group, asking you guys your opinions. And then I have another one floating around on TikTok, my Facebook story, and maybe Instagram story, asking if you would pay $7.99 to learn how to make that petal. What I need to do is I need to start a poll. I think that would probably be better. So I'm curious, because it's a really nice petal. And if I can make some money with it, that would definitely be ideal. But at the same time, I don't want to come off seeming greedy. My name isn't known out there very well yet. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just so I can kind of get these centered in here. I'm going to start them out in a northeast, southwest position. Because like I said, I have a feeling I'm going to have to do 2 more. I don't think 6 is going to do it. So I probably ended up using 50 something petals instead of 40. Like I said, I just didn't pay attention to the fact that it had 6 sections instead of 5. Oh, too short. I'm throwing zip ties everywhere again. Ugh. 2 more, guys, sorry. Now, what's going to be really fun is trying to feed those balls down through now. I can't see the... I can't even see the plastic mesh anymore. Right there. All right, last petal, I promise. This time is definitely the last one. All right. Now I know the part Polly has been waiting for is the leaves, which we're gonna make them first. I'm only doing 5. I decided to do a lime green colored wide stripe. I could have done poly burlap, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, so I decided to go with this. And we're basically going to do the exact same thing, same fold. So you see what I mean when I say there's a lot of different ways you can do leaves poly. Okay, and you're just gonna scrunch it up the center. Now, instead of spinning it around and hooking it, what we're going to do, we're going to take a zip tie and we're going to put it underneath bars 1 and 2, just past the crossbar. And then you're going to set this on there and tighten your zip tie and pull it up toward the center. Okay. Oh. Now I'm only going to be putting 5 on mine. It's not going to matter which way you put it on. Okay. So there's 2. This wide stripe is so stiff. This one makes 4. And last one. Got some phrase I need to pick out. Sorry, just a couple that were bothering me. All right, now we're going to try to feed these down through. There's 4. And last one. All right, I need one more ball, and I don't have it because this isn't looking right. I'm gonna have to go and find another ball and put it right there. But that is what it's gonna look like. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Guess I just had to play with them a little bit there. All right, so what do you guys think? The finished product here. I think I may have to play with this one here. It's getting on my nerves. All right, so that, my friends, is all she wrote. I am very happy that you guys all decided to join me to make this wreath. I will post the full replay on YouTube probably tomorrow. And if anybody on here is new and hasn't seen me before, please make sure you follow my page and then subscribe on YouTube if you go there to watch my video. And send me some stars. I could really use some stars. Besides, stars are pretty. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I think that's everything. We have a finished wreath with leaves and a center. I think we did pretty good today. All right, guys. Take care. See you next time.